What are you doing? Here. There you go. Hello. So, it's been a while since I made a video. This is Rosie. I think the last video that I made on this channel was me pregnant, going through all her baby clothes, I think. Well, she's been born since then, as you can see. She is 3 months old now. I stay at home with her all day long, so I don't really have much else to do. So I decided that I'm gonna make this video real quick. Eventually, me and Alec are gonna sit down and tell the birth story. I have all the notes written out for it already. It's just really hard to find time to do that when you have a baby. For now, I'm going to make this video, which is my must-have newborn products. Okay, hopefully she'll behave for this video. This is in no particular order, and I will try to include specific brand names and prices at the bottom. My first and probably my #1 newborn item is the Snuggle Me Organic Lounge Pillow. Now, this may be a little controversial because obviously it's not made for babies to sleep in overnight. It's not technically safe sleep. That is a topic I'm not going to elaborate on because it's super controversial and everybody has their own opinions on it. But let's just say the newborn phase is about survival. You do what you have to survive the first like 3 months. And when she was little, the only way that we could get her to sleep was if she was in our arms. The solution that I found for that was the Snuggle Me Organic Pillow. And we probably started using that around like 2 weeks old. We still use it today, and we probably still will until she grows out of it. It's basically just a pillow that you lay them in, but it's designed to feel like they're being snuggled. So we just lay her in that. We would put it in the bed in between us. We'd put it on the couch, she'd take naps in it, and it was literally the only way that we could do anything, get anything done, get any sleep at all. Use the bathroom. She loved it. She loved laying in it and sleeping in it. So even if you don't have the intentions of letting your baby sleep in it, it's still a great place to lay them down where you know they're not gonna roll. She actually, when she goes to sleep, she's a very sound sleeper. Are you okay? Oh, are you hungry? We're gonna have to feed her in a minute. I know. I know. You're okay. But she's a very sound sleeper, and she does not move when she's asleep. But yeah. Here, come here. My next thing I want to mention, Velcro Swaddles. When my little brothers were babies, we used receiving blankets to swaddle them. And I never understood how those nurses get the swaddle so freaking tight. And she is a little Houdini and can break out of any of those swaddles. So the Velcro ones, we like the LoveToDream swaddles and the Halo swaddles. I mean, she still kind of gets her hands out every once in a while because she loves to chew on her hands. Those swaddles were fantastic. She loved being swaddled. Not so much anymore because she's a little squirmy worm, huh? But when she was a newborn, she loved to be swaddled. They're super easy. You don't have to mess around with blankets and folding them a specific way. There's no technique to it. You just put them in, you hold their little arms down, you Velcro them shut like a little burrito. It's great. Those receiving blankets that I was just mentioning, they are not useless. I have those on my list too, but not for swaddling. We use them for literally everything. We wipe her drool with them, we wipe her spit up, lay them down underneath her. For changing diapers, we use them on her changing table, on the couch, like if we have to lay her on the couch in case she spits up or, you know, leaks through her diaper so it doesn't get on the couch. They're very, very useful. We have a ton of them and we cycle through them very often. So I recommend getting a lot of those. Don't get expensive ones because they're literally just going to be used for wiping up bodily fluids. If you are planning on breastfeeding, I recommend getting a My Breast Friend pillow and a Boppy. Usually people choose between the two, but I have one of each and they serve very different purposes. When I'm breastfeeding her at home, we don't really even use either one of them anymore because she's big enough now and she can support some of her own weight a little better. But when she was really little, having the My Breast Friend pillow was super, super helpful because it's like a nice flat table basically. Very, very sturdy and firm and useful for if you're feeding like in a chair or on the couch. My Boppy, I keep that in my car because sometimes when we go to appointments or if we have a lot of errands to run, if she gets hungry while we're out, I take out the Boppy and feed her in the car. And it's very, very quick and easy. I recommend getting both. If you have to choose one, maybe go with the My Breast Friend. It has a cup holder on it, so it's pretty cool. Next on my list, Zip Up Feety Pajamas. As you can tell from my last video on this channel, I bought a lot of clothes for her. I think the most useful clothing item for a newborn is Zip Up Feety Pajamas. She's wearing some right now. She's not a newborn anymore, but when we still use them all the time. They're just so easy, and I recommend getting ones that have a double zipper. So that means like they can zip from the top down or from the bottom up. So like if you need to change their diaper, you don't want to get them completely undressed to do that, you can just zip from the feet up, change the diaper, and then zip back down, and baby's fine. They don't get cold or anything. But yeah, she stayed in newborn clothes until she was like 2.5 months old. So she did end up wearing pretty much all of her newborn clothes. She's in 0 to 3 now. But yes, Zip Up Feety Pajamas. If you want to make your life easy, only buy those. Next on my list is this white noise machine. You can get it at Walmart. I got this on Amazon. It goes pretty loud. You just turn it on. It has white noise, like water and birds, or a lullaby. And on the side, you can set it to go for 15, 30, or 60 minutes. It's very small, super light. It's battery powered. You can hook it onto your stroller, your car seat. I hook it onto her crib and she listens to it when she sleeps in there. Highly recommend. For bottles, because we had to supplement her with donor breast milk when she was little. She still gets like maybe 1, maybe 2 bottles per day. But we use the Dr. Brown's anti-colic bottles. They have a vent in them that minimizes the amount of air the baby takes in. We've tried a few different ones and that's like the only one that she likes. We use the newborn size nipples. For baby wearing, there are 2 different things that we used a ton when she was a newborn. I really liked, oh, are you sleepy? You sleepies? I really like the CuddleBug baby wrap. It's literally just a giant long scarf, and there's like a specific way that you fold it around your body and it just holds her onto you really tight and snug, and it's warm, and she used to sleep in that all the time because she was a needy girl. But the other one, something that Alec used a lot when he had her by himself, was the Lalabu baby wearing shirts. It's basically just like a t-shirt with like a kangaroo pouch in the front. When she was a newborn, she fit in that thing perfectly. She loved it. Alec would wear her in that and walk around with her, bring her downstairs and do work in his office while he's wearing her, bounce with her on the yoga ball. Depending on your needs, I recommend both of those. For a breast pump, I use the Spectra S2. It does need to stay plugged in while you're using it, so if you're a more on-the-go person, I think the S1 is battery powered or like rechargeable, so you can move around with that one a little better. I like the Spectra. I haven't tried any other ones, so I'm kind of biased, but yeah, it works for me. To go along with the breast pump thing, the LaVie massagers, there's like a rollerball one, I have it right here, on a stick. It's like and you just kind of like push down on your boob while you're pumping, and it really does. It doesn't look like it's gonna do much, but it really does get all of the milk out. And then there's also these LaVie massagers. There's one for each boob, but you recharge them, they vibrate, and they get warm. So I recommend these. The roller one I like better. Oh, hello. Like I mentioned earlier, the yoga ball, absolutely life-changing. I used to bounce on the yoga ball a lot when I was pregnant, like every day. And I think that's probably why she likes it so much now. Sometimes it's literally the only thing that'll put her to sleep. But yeah, just holding her and bouncing on that yoga ball puts her to sleep almost instantly. That paired with the baby wearing stuff is a game changer, huh? We love our bouncies. Gripe water. Gripe water is another one. I don't know how that magical stuff works. If she's fussy, if she has hiccups, if she's gassy, if she's just like inconsolable for no reason whatsoever. I don't even give her a full dose of it. I give her like a few drops of it. And for some reason, it instantly calms her down. Like she instantly stops crying. And with the hiccups, it instantly stops those too. I don't know how it works. Don't ask me the science behind it, but I highly recommend. The next thing on my list is a baby swing. We have a Fisher-Price one. I'll put the exact kind that we have. And at first, she hated it when she was like a little newborn because she wanted to be held. But when she was around like 2 months old, she started taking naps in it. Again, I know is not recommended, but you know, do what you have to do. But I would always be right there with her while she is in her swing. And she loved to take naps in her swing, huh?
Hi, girls.
Hi!
Hi.
We're making a video. But yeah, the one that we have is really cool. It has a little spinning mobile with like a mirror that she can look up at. It plays music and white noise. And you can switch it between swinging side to side or front to back. She prefers side to side, but yeah, it's a really cool one, huh? We might use it a little more. I think the weight limit's still like 20 pounds and she's not even anywhere close to that.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Daddy.
I love you. Have fun making a video with Mama.
Oh, okay. So next thing on this list is this thing. The brand says VAVA on it. I'll put exactly what brand it is. This is a night light, but we just call this our egg light. We keep it in our room and you tap it twice to turn it on and you can hold it to make it more dim or more bright. It goes pretty bright. And then when you press on this front part, it goes from like a really bright like bluish light to like a more warm yellow light. I prefer the yellow light. The blue light kind of hurts my eyes. But yeah, it has a little charger you can set it on. And in the middle of the night when I have to change her diaper or, you know, feed her, we just use that thing and it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. Highly recommend. The next thing, probably one of the most important things on this list, is 3-tiered rolling carts. I'll put a picture so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have 2 of them. I have one in my bedroom next to my bed, and I have one in my living room that has all my like pumping, feeding stuff on it. The one next to my bed has the nightlight, diapers, wipes, stuff that I might need throughout the night. It's so useful, especially in the first like month when you are dying and tired and you don't want to move and you just need things to be convenient. That is the play. They literally are on wheels, so you can just bring them around the house wherever you need them and put whatever you want on them. The next thing on my list is baby monitors, specifically one for the car. Now I know they have like mirrors that you can put in your back seat so you can see your baby, but I think those are kind of outdated. So instead we have a camera monitor, and it's like a little webcam that points at her in the back seat, and then we have a little screen in our front seat where we can see her. The picture's pretty good and you don't have to look in the rearview mirror. So I think it's probably safer too. For a baby monitor in the house, we have 2 different ones. I have a Hello Baby, like cheap monitor for our bedroom because sometimes she takes naps in there. And then we have like a super high-tech, expensive, fancy one in her nursery. The one in her nursery is called a Miku, and it tracks her chest movements and tells you how many respirations per minute she's doing, so it makes sure she's still breathing. And if she stops moving, then it sets off an alarm, which we don't really use it for that. It has night vision. The monitor itself, you can press a button and talk to your baby through the monitor. You can play music and white noise through it. It tells you the temperature and the humidity in the room. It's very fancy, but I really like it. It'll probably be way more useful once she's older and sleeps in her crib more often. But I actually really recommend the Miku baby monitor. Also, a baby scale. Now, this probably isn't for everybody, but for me, I had a lot of anxiety around if she was getting enough food when she was a newborn, and having a scale really helped ease my mind that she was gaining weight. Nail clippers, pretty self-explanatory. Some people are like, get a file, not a clipper. The nail files did not do anything for her nails. She has little tiny baby dagger claws, and they're very sharp, and she would scratch the heck out of herself and me all the time. So I just have these little ones. They're really easy to grip. They're small, but they're really sharp. So you just have to be careful not to clip their skin. I haven't done that yet, knock on wood. Next thing on my list is a Haakaa, or two. I have two. But it's basically just like a little silicone thing that you suction onto your boob. You can use it while you're breastfeeding and put it on the other boob that she's not eating on, and it'll catch your letdown and anything that leaks out. If you don't want to like sit down and pump, but you're still kind of full and you like need some relief, I use them while I'm sitting at my computer playing video games or just watching TV. And usually I can get like up to two, sometimes 3 ounces of just extra milk that would have just leaked out if I didn't have them on. So it's a good way to build up supply and your freezer stash if that's what you're trying to do. I will make a separate video for things that we didn't use or that we regret buying. But for now, I'm gonna go feed this little one because she's been very patient, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye bye. Love you, friends.